Good morning, Vicki Mahalov with Trinity Health Coaching here today with your health text question of the day. Paul in San Antonio asks, hey, I noticed there's some new BEANITOS out. I know you guys have been a fan of BEANITOS for as long as I've been following you, and I wondered what your thought is on the new baked BEANITOS. Good question. Actually, I just found the baked BEANITOS just the other day. So here's what they look like. This is the giant Costco size bag. This is the typical size bag that you would get BEANITOS in. Obviously, you get a lot more for your money here. This is Costco volume purchase. But look what's new, baked versus not baked. I actually never really thought about whether these were baked, but it appears that they were lightly fried, and these are not fried at all. So the main difference is, when we look at the back, the main difference is these are lower in calorie and lower in fat, but higher in sugar. So let's break it down and look at it. Actually, let's taste test it first, okay? I haven't tried these yet. Oh my goodness. Okay, I haven't tried these yet. Let's do a little taste test. So, we have the two colors as it should be expected. We've got the black bean and white bean. White beans are also known as navy beans because the U.S. Navy used to be fed a lot of them. Okay, so we've got the baked black bean and white bean. And now let's look at the original. The original white bean, or also called navy bean, same thing. Looks like this. So kind of comparing baked original. You can kind of tell by looking at them, this is lower fat, this is higher fat. You can just kind of tell by looking. And then the original black bean, it was actually in a round shape. So original black bean and the new black bean. I don't know if you can see, maybe I'll get a little bit of a close-up later. So this is the first time I've tasted these. Let's try the original. Just as I remember them being, with a hint of sea salt. The new black bean also has a hint of sea salt. I can see that on it, see the salt on it. Wow, pretty much the same chip. Flavor's almost identical. Don't you just love sitting here watching me eat? Okay, let's try the white bean. So I've always liked the original black bean better than the original white bean. Let's see what I think here. Much more taste difference here. This one has always had a little bit of a I don't know, greasier feel, I guess, than this one has always had a little greasier feel than the black bean. This has been my historical favorite. The testing the new white bean, much crunchier, more almost kind of a Cornish flavor. So there you have it, my personal opinion. When it comes to the original white bean or the new baked white bean, I like the new baked white bean better. Crunchier, not as sort of a greasy feel, and almost tastes kind of like a corn chip. However, taste-wise, the original black bean versus the new baked black bean, blindfolded, I don't think I would be able to tell the difference. So let's compare nutrition facts on those two. So when I look at the original, 1 ounce, which is 12 chips, is 140 calories. The ingredients are whole black beans, first ingredient, whole black beans, and salt is the last ingredient. The new ones, the baked ones, whole black beans is the first ingredient. Third ingredient here is tapioca. Third ingredient here is the pure sunflower or safflower oil. So because these are baked, there's less oil in it, which explains the difference in calories. 1 ounce here is 90 calories. 1 ounce here is 140 calories. 7 grams of fat versus 2 grams of fat. So we're getting the main difference in the calories from the fat content. So as we know, fat's really not a problem. Typically we don't need to worry about fats. Although sunflower oil is an omega-6 and we are trying to limit our consumption of omega-6s. So all this to say there's a lot of factors to involve here. Let's look at net carbs, because you know that's one of the main things that we want to look at. So these are tested and guaranteed to be low glycemic. Okay, as you can see right on the label, it has the certified gluten-free and certified low glycemic label on it. Certified low glycemic by the University of Sydney in Australia. So net carbs in these is 10 net carbs, 0 sugars. This one, net carbs is 14 and 1 gram of sugar. 14 net carbs, 10 net carbs, 1 gram of sugar, 0 grams of sugar. Now there's no sugar listed on the label, but tapioca is one of the ingredients in here, right? So where do you suppose that sugar is coming from? It's coming from the tapioca. As we know, whenever they take fat out of a product, they generally have to add some kind of a sweetener, otherwise it just won't taste good. So less fat, more sugar, no sugar, more fat. So it just kind of depends what you're looking for. If you're having a trouble hitting your calorie content, you're needing to lower your calories, then you might want to go with this one. However, if you're trying to watch your insulin, your carb intake, your sugar and starch intake to keep your insulin down, because as you know, insulin is a fat storing hormone. So we need to keep our blood sugar low and our insulin level low. If that's what you're shooting for, then the original is your best bet. Okay? Send me an email or a text and let me know if you have more questions, if I wasn't clear enough about this, and maybe we'll do another text question of the day. Thank you, Paul in San Antonio. Thank you for the awesome question on the BEANITOS. Now I know which one I'm going to do. I'm going to stick with the black bean either version, depending on what I'm trying to reach for my calorie or glycemic load for that particular meal. And for the white bean, never have been a huge fan of the old restaurant style. It was okay, but not a giant fan. So I'm going to go with the new baked on that one. If you have a question, text it to me, email it to me, and maybe we'll feature you on one of the questions of the day. God bless, share the vision of health, be the example, show people how you can eat healthy and still love food. I'm gonna go enjoy some guacamole with my new chips. See you later.